breaking old patterns. For most of my life, I picked the wrong partners. Over time, I realized it wasn't bad luck. I was choosing what I had seen, not what I had actually done the work to earn. Those patterns came from my family and the system I grew up in, and I kept recreating them. A few years ago, I left that behind and made a full 180. I simplified my life, built routines, and took responsibility for my choices instead of repeating familiar dynamics. The calmer and the more grounded my life became, the clearer it was that my old ways of dating no longer matched who I am now. To avoid repeating those mistakes, I changed the structure completely. I don't ask women out anymore, not out of fear or passivity, but because I don't want to project or pull someone into my life based on impulse. I will always say yes if a woman asks me out and shows me what she enjoys, and I'm upfront about this. I'm not waiting to be chosen. I'm choosing a structure that requires mutual initiative from the start. Here's my question. We live in a world where women are often expected to wait for men to initiate. If that's the case, how is that an equal system? How do two people build a balanced relationship when one side is expected to lead and the other to wait? Is choosing not to initiate a healthy way to break old patterns? Or am I misunderstanding how equality in dating actually works? Dating with intention. Dear Waiting with Intention, first, kudos for the work you've done. You've recognized unhealthy patterns, clarified what you want instead, and taken real steps to build a steadier life. Wanting a relationship based on mutual effort is healthy, and those are the bonds that tend to last. That said, equality in dating doesn't necessarily mean identical roles. Refusing to make the first move may protect you from old patterns, but it can also stop a connection before it has a chance to form. For many women, initiative isn't about dominance. It's simply a sign you are interested. You can ask someone out thoughtfully without impulse or projection and still stay true to the balance you've worked hard to build. The mutual effort you are looking for has to include you from the jump if there's any hope of something meaningful taking hold.